Hey, what's up? Allow me to present myself. My name is Omar Palacios Toledo, and I am from the city of Coatzacoalcos in the state of Veracruz, in Mexico. Today I bring you this documentary, a series of interviews where I ask people what they think of Coatzacoalcos and their day-to-day lives, with the purpose of helping you to get to know us better, to get to know my city better. Maybe you like it, because as every city, it has its issues, but it also has its advantages. So come with me, allow me to show you what the people of Coatzacoalcos think about their city, to get to know us and our city better. What is something you like about living in Coatzacoalcos?
What I like about living in Coatzacoalcos is that it's not a really big city. It has a very limited space, and that causes it to be a city that doesn't have a lot of attention.
What is something you hate about living in Coatzacoalcos?
How unsafe it is.
Would you consider Coatzacoalcos to be a small or a big town?
I would consider it to be a small town, but small in the sense that it hasn't been exploited to the fullest.
What are the advantages of living in Coatzacoalcos?
Since it is a city that doesn't have a lot of touristic hotspots, it's a very calm environment.
Describe Coatzacoalcos in one word.
Disinterest.
How are people here in Coatzacoalcos?
They are hardworking people and very funny, to be honest. Humor is something that the Coatzacoalcos doesn't lack.
In what areas can Coatzacoalcos improve?
I feel like the infrastructure of the city should be better.
What is something you would personally change about Coatzacoalcos and its citizens?
I will inculcate a bit more culture in its citizens.
Do you think the people of Coatzacoalcos are in touch with their culture?
I feel like the people of Coatzacoalcos has a generalized culture when it comes to the state, jarocho.
What are some sports that you would like to be able to practice here in Coatzacoalcos?
I would like to practice something like motocross.
Are you immersed in the sports community of Coatzacoalcos?
Yes, I am, both directly and indirectly, in the sense that since I was very small, I've always formed part of a team or a group.
Do you think Coatzacoalcos has any culture when it comes to music?
People say that music is an universal language, so Coatzacoalcos is open to any kind of music.
What sports do you think are the most popular here in Coatzacoalcos?
Well, definitely football, but some years ago baseball was very important and relevant in this zone, especially with the stadium we had, and basketball too.
What is something you want to do in Coatzacoalcos but haven't had the chance to?
I would like to climb or know the San Martin Hill.
There is a place here in Coatzacoalcos where you can practice sports, like a club or any of the like.
The Britannia Club, Cocos, the semi-Olympic pool, and the basketball court from the Masa de Juarez.
What are some of your interests that can be done outdoors in Coatzacoalcos?
Go to the gym, play football, sometimes walk by the seawalk, and sometimes going out with my friends to have fun.
Do you think people get sick frequently here in Coatzacoalcos, and why is that?
Well, yeah, because I think they don't have a lot of education about hygiene.
Are there good or bad private or public doctors where you can go to when you're sick or feeling ill?
When they are private ones, yeah, some are good and trustworthy. But when it comes to going to public hospitals, there are some impairments.
Do you think the people here in Coatzacoalcos have a good etiquette when it comes to writing emails and letters?
No, they like to be more informal. They don't really have those customs of being formal.
Do you Do you think Coatzacoalcos has good schools?
Yes, some may say that the students are the ones who make the schools, and most teachers are worth it and also make the schools.
Is Coatzacoalcos a nice place to settle down?
If you like to stay on your comfort zone, yeah.
Does Coatzacoalcos have good career choices?
There are good ones, but there are not a lot. There are not a lot of options.
Have you ever had a job in Coatzacoalcos? How did that go? Or how is that going?
Sometimes doing freelance jobs in my major, but there's not a lot of education about design, so it doesn't go or it's going really well.
Do you like to buy in markets, small shops, or supermarkets?
I go to the supermarket. I don't say that markets are bad, but I think there is a lack of hygiene.
What is something that you would like to do for Coatzacoalcos?
Change environmental education. Implement more programs for children.
Do you enjoy the weather of Coatzacoalcos?
No, it's way too hot.
What is Coatzacoalcos gastronomy like?
It has a lot of variety because in the markets you can find a lot of products native to the region.
Which are some good places to eat at in Coatzacoalcos?
Seafood restaurants and antojitos veracruzanos.
Do you think places like the Sea Walk are good places to eat or relax?
Well, yeah, because there are a lot of restaurants. You can pick your favorite food and have a good time.
Do you think the people in Coatzacoalcos are nice or mean?
There are both good and bad people that cannot be defined.
What do you prefer here in Coatzacoalcos? Local food or high-class restaurant food?
Local.
What means of transport do you use to get by?
Public transport, taxi.
Do you find public transport safe?
No, nowadays, no. There's a lot of crime.
Do you find public transport affordable for everyone?
If it is cheap, yeah, compared to other cities like Puebla or Veracruz, where the cheapest fare is 45 pesos.
Do you think the fare in Coatzacoalcos is cheap or expensive?
That it is really cheap.
What is your favorite time of the year and why?
My favorite time is summer. Because the sun is way more intense and you can go to the beach. And holidays are way longer in this time of the year.
Do you think the people of Coatzacoalcos have a good interaction with each other?
Well, actually, no, I don't think so. Our interactions as citizens is not very good.
Do you think people should change when it comes to the way they treat other people? In what manner?
Yeah, I consider people should change the way they think and perceive each other. They tend to be really judgy, and there's no support between each other as neighbors and citizens.
What is the economy of Coatzacoalcos like in this moment in time?
In this moment in time, there's going to be an investment in the API. So there's going to be an increasing in the economy.
Are independent businesses supported in some kind of way?
Very little from what I've seen. There are few people who dedicate to making artisanal crafting or stuff that fosters culture.
Does Coatzacoalcos have culture at all?
No, Coatzacoalcos lacks a lot of culture. It unites us as citizens who have a sense of community. So if culture were fostered, we will be more united and we will take part in more events.
Do you think people enjoy living in Coatzacoalcos?
No, I don't think they are fully satisfied with what the city is right now.
What do you think the people of Coatzacoalcos do for fun?
When it comes to young people, they are looking for a good time, so they go to the plaza, go for a cafe, or
Do
to
you
talk.
think
Yes.
people in Coatzacoalcos live an easy life?
No, they live a hard life day to day with their jobs and other problems.
Are you happy to be a part of the community that is Coatzacoalcos?
Yeah,
Do you find the people in Coatzacoalcos interesting in general?
ignoring vandalism? Yeah.
Have you had any or extraordinary encounters?
When I got mugged, my first muggling, it was outside my house when I was listening to music. Um, it was a very kind muggling.
When you go to places that are far away from you, do you usually take a bus or a taxi?
Taxi,
Are private taxis something you can afford?
sometimes.
Are private taxis a safe option?
No,
Do you take normal taxis or private ones?
one that is a friend of the family.
Have you had any memorable encounters or conversations with taxi drivers?
Well, normally they tell me about their lives. I don't know why, but they just tell me.
What can I say? As you can see, as you have seen, the people of Coatzacoalcos are unsatisfied about the situation in the city. There's a lot to unpack from this series of interviews. As we can see, Coatzacoalcos has a lot of issues. However, that isn't the only side of the coin. From the seafood restaurants and cafes to the beach and the monuments, Coatzacoalcos has a lot to offer. However, we can only do so much with that. The core of the problem is in the heart of the people. If we unite and want to change enough to make our city better, we can. And I'm sure in the future we will. Thank you for getting to know us better. I hope this opened your eyes as it will open ours.